The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Through the utilization of O-Tracker bot detection, you can maintain the genuineness of the traffic flow on your website. Get your 7-day free trial of O-Tracker. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai. University researchers created a semiconductor chip for 6G communication in smaller devices. You can join the next global AI giant ONPASSIVE to use and market the next generation AI tools. Simply register for free at www.coolzone.ai. The prompter feature of OConnect will help you convey your message more smoothly, allowing you to simply attract your audience. Get your 14-day free trial of OConnect. Simply register at www.coolzone.ai. Images to text conversion from textual descriptions. AI technology can produce lifelike images. You can join the next global AI giant ONPASSIVE to use and market the next generation AI tools. Simply register for free at www.coolzone.ai.
Hey, Magic Unicorn of ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much for coming. Marty, Chris, really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell. That'll notify you every time there's an update. Every single time. And don't forget to give them a thumbs up. It's really important for the YouTube channel. It's important for ONPASSIVE, and it's definitely important for all of us. And leave a nice comment. Thank you.
Anyway, hello everybody. Thank you for being here. The 11th of April. I can't believe it. I'm having trouble saying April every day. I can't believe it's April. Yesterday was my youngest baby's birthday. Yes, sir. She was born in 1991.
They ain't babies no more. They're not babies no more.
Anyway, we're gonna chat. I am still fired up about the meeting we had 360, the second 360, because it was kind of a funny story. We had a communication problem. Of course, it was called a New Jersey English problem by Mr. Mapara. Anyway, so right when we got off, Mr. Mapara said, I'm logging in. I went, logging into what? 360. I said, oh man, we're out. Oh, I got some updates. I said, oh boy. I said, well, let me get back with everybody and we'll come back. We'll try to get everybody. It turned out pretty darn good. In fact, so glad we did it because I am so fired up over what was said. And I kind of want to go over that a little bit. We can call it an update. You can call it whatever. But I'm doing this because I want people, listen, I've been in many, many businesses, maybe 50 or 60 online for the last 20 years. And you could say ours is the best, his is the best, this product's better than your product, and whatever. Okay, you can do that up and down. And then trying to prove that and all that, that's why ONPASSIVE says come and test it for yourself. Free. Come check it out. I love that. Now, why would somebody do that? Let's use common sense. We're going to have a common sense meeting today. They would do that because they feel that confident that they're willing to match up to anybody and they'll let you look at it for free. That's powerful. But I'm going to tell you what I believe is maybe more powerful than having the best digital products on the planet. It has to do with what, who, and why is this company? And you think, well, why would that be? Let me tell you. All the businesses I was in, including a regular bit, since I've been alive, since 16 years old, I worked in a machine shop. What mattered, all broken down, I don't care what equipment, I don't care what position you have, whatever, goes to what is the philosophy of the company? Who is this company? Now, whoever's running it, whether it's shareholders, a CEO, private family, whatever, they determine what is the foundation and what is the meaning of the company. What are they wanting out of it? That's important. I realize that no more. I realize that so much more now since I've been in this company, and I'll explain why. The other day, now let me go. Let me go a little quick. I'll try to be a little quicker than 40 minutes. I did a video about this, and I'm going to break that down really quick. My quick. Chris can add in, but this company, I'm going to give you some really cool stuff. We know we will have the best products, digital or physical or whatever, on the planet. Oh, no doubt about it. Now, of course, everybody's looking to go, hey, you're so full of crap. That's okay. Come in and check it for yourself. That's one. Boom. Check. We will have the best technology. Check. Guaranteed. If you don't believe it, come see it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Now, here's where the power, here's what matters to me the most. The company's, the idea of the company before anything started, before one person walked in, besides the owner and his family, Mr. Mufar and his family, decided to create this business, it was thought of then. The conception of the business, the construction, like putting up the blueprint of the company. You have to do that first. And here's the foundation and the inner core of this business. And this, I want everyone to listen. Now, people out there that are not in this business, please listen. Because you say, well, what's it got to do with you? It has to do with life changing for you and your family. Now, you can say, I don't know who you are. Well, listen to what I'm saying, and maybe you will. So, in the beginning, this gentleman who was a super distributor, which means he did very well, whatever business he was in. IT expert, he knows internet, he knows digital products, he knows. He he took schooling for all that. Don't need to get into the weeds. He has done very well, made millions of dollars. The one of the difference with this gentleman is, yes, he's well to do, he's wealthy, but his heart's bigger than his bank account. Bing, 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 bing. You don't hear that every day. A lot of people I met that are very, very rich, wealth's a different thing. Very, very rich are not the nicest people I've ever met. And most of the time, the nicest person I've ever met doesn't have a pot to piss in. It's almost the opposite. Almost always. People that have nothing give the most. The people that have the most usually don't give as much. I know it's strange. You even look back in the Bible if you want to read it. There's many examples of that. But anyway, this gentleman and his family did very, very well. There were things in this industry that just he couldn't take anymore. And I know the feeling at a much smaller scale, what it felt like in this industry before I got here. What it was, he could make the money, he did all the stuff. He would even, out of his pocket, build systems within the company, whatever company it was, to give to people that he had invited to that particular business so that they could be successful. Because he knew the truth is, I can't tell somebody, I want you to duplicate what Marty does. And I know a lot of gurus, women, men, I don't care who it is, do exactly what I'm doing and you'll be a millionaire. Nobody can do that. It has never happened before. And then on top of that, they want you to duplicate them. First thing, you'd have to have duplicated time. You'd have to have duplicate amount of money, and you'd have to have everything duplicate. It's impossible. Even twins aren't exact. Okay. So what happens is now he would get in the business, do very well, and it bothered him that he couldn't bring people with him. So he made a system. He gave the system to people. The problem was, as simple as it could be, most people didn't even use it. It's sad. Now the other part of this, even though he could do well and blah, blah, couldn't bring people with him, he found out a long, long time ago that because those businesses were not designed at the planning stage, thinking about the very people that would be customers and resellers. They just weren't. They were planned for sometimes a small group of people, sometimes an individual. How can I build this as cheap as I can and make as much as I can as long as I can? Me as an individual never came in their mind. I'm not saying they hate people, but that's just the design. And what did we do? Like good sheep, we would jump in. And they'd have beautiful websites, golden things, and they would give you the nursery rhymes. You know what I'm talking about? 50,000 in 90 days, all that stuff. Okay. Now, there was a handful, and I mean a small handful, that would do really well. The problem is the numbers, the calculation. The calculation is 1.5% do very well, and everybody else just keeps paying to make sure that 1 or 2% do well. I'm not putting down the 1 or 2%. They did what was needed to be done. The problem is the system was rigged against 98% of the people on the planet. Because one, they either don't have the time. Newsflash, some people are working 2 jobs. Some people married, both of them are working 2 jobs. Or it's a single parent, or it's a parent that's just struggling, doesn't have the time once they hit their head on the floor when they get home because just the world's crumbling around them. They want to take care of their family. They're not thinking about getting in and using your mind to learn how to market. And you got an extra 10 grand to go in and play this game of marketing until you can master it. It just doesn't happen. It's not reality. The little details, which are the biggest part of it, are left out. Follow me, make a list, fake it till you make it. Okay, that everybody did that. I've gone through this many, many times. ONPASSIVE says from the beginning, before the first brick was laid, before the first person was hired, I want to set up from my efforts, this is the CEO, from my efforts, a system where everybody wins. Everybody. If you're in, you win. Now, 15 years before I got on ONPASSIVE, I was naive that to think, well, that would be what everybody would want. You would want everyone to do well. You would run longer. People would appreciate you. They would, but it's not reality. And Ash, Mr. Mufaro, looked around for a business that would do that for him. He went from one to the next one, just like everybody else. He knew he could make the money in it. Then while he's actually in these businesses becoming very, very successful, the business would fold. So he'd have to rebrand again, but he could do it. Time consuming, but he could do it. So he says, he goes, I can't find a business that is what I'm talking about. This is Ash talking. It's not exact, okay? But he's trying to find a business that where from the very beginning, the core of the company is caring about people and making an impact. Generational type wealth, no joke. Not you work 6 months, a lot of money, and buy the things you want, you upscale your life, only to sell everything in 18 months. And let me tell you, that happens. I saw it happen. I saw it happen to an unbelievable person. Unbelievable. It was gut wrenching when I saw what happened. And no fault to his own. The company was not prepared nor structured to last a lifetime of a human being. And when that happens, what happens? Soon as that faucet of money stops, you live to that standard. Your standards are going to drop quickly. That's another thing I want you to keep in mind. The structure of that, the actual structure and the core belief of the company. So now we have a company, and Mr. Mafar says, I want to build a company that everyone wins, and I want it to last not 90 days, not a year, but a lifetime, maybe many lifetimes. You know, there are companies like that. I believe 3M or IBM has been around forever and ever and ever. Walt Disney's about 100 years old, or Disney itself. Crazy stuff. Okay, it does happen. But what he did was he goes, okay, he found that he can't find it. So he went back with his wife and said, look, the only way this is possible, because he needed a why, just like everybody else. You need that why, bigger than yourself. Maybe some people don't, but I did, and a lot of people do. So he says, okay, the only way to do it is to build one myself. And he did. And they agreed. And they said, we have to put a price on it that everybody in the planet can manage to get in. What good is it to have $2,500 price tag, even though that would be more money in his pocket? That's not what he cares about. You're going to see that. I'll make it $97 for early bird special. 97 one time. So that happened, and that's about the time. And then when he first started was a digital marketing company. You could use the digital products, you could get paid from sharing, and he designed it that I believe, when I saw it, that you could do very, very well. Very, very well, like life-changing amount of income. But during that time, while he's building that company, he decided to start bringing people in the same journey so they could watch. We could even be part of the beta where we test stuff that they're coming up with. It wasn't that long in the first year that he realizes, wow, there's a lot of people looking for something better. And it's more, maybe even more than he thought. About 8 months after they launched this thing, I came in. And I've never looked back, and it's the best thing that ever happened. But so that happened. Now, he had always had this long dream of bigger, bigger, and better and bigger. And he thought as it went and people are coming in, they're clamoring to get in, that idea, the stepping stone idea of a digital marketing platform was already obsolete before it ever launched. And he said, maybe I go the full Monty, right? I go to the end. Let's go for that big goal that I wanted to do maybe in 10 years. Let's start that now. And we were there, and you could feel this change. And he started bringing up, well, we're not going to use made up products and maybe butter them up a little bit. We're going to make our own. And as time went on, we're not only going to make our own, we want to induce artificial intelligence because that's where we're going. He's reading, he's studying. Where's the industry going? Couldn't have planned it better. Then he said, I want to bring people with me. Hey, it's one thing to bring 5 people with you. It's another to bring a couple hundred, but to bring 1 million, you need to have a foundation that is enormous, bigger than anything that's ever been built on the earth before as a foundation. And that's what they did. Now all this stuff can be researched. I would never want. What's wrong? Hold on 1 minute, Chris. Dawn's got an emergency.
Hold on. He didn't tell me to go. He said wait. So we'll wait. I got a lot of hair cut off my head today. It feels much better. Hello, Asetta. Hello, Casey. Hello, Seth. Jamarite. Vulcan. Arvinder. M. Kaylee.
Let me get to this real quick because I gotta go.
I'm going to go take a little drive to see if I see him.
Okay. Anyway, I have to rush through this, but what I want to say is it was built from the beginning for everyone, and I would want more than anything for anybody watching this, take the time and go and at least check out what I'm saying. I want everybody to experience what I'm saying about this business. And I do have a video on my channel that I did live. Watch it. That's the detailed video of what really is going on in this company. And by the way, everything I'm telling you is about 10% of what's really going on. So if it's that good, and I only know that much, my God, do whatever you can to get in. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to turn it over to Chris. When you're done, you just shut it down, Chris. You know how?
It says leave.
That's it.
Okay.
I'll see you all.
All right. Bye, buddy. Okay. Wow. He gave me the whole thing. Watch the numbers drop. That's okay. First of all, I want to put a big prayer out. I think you know who I'm going to say, but I want you to understand that everyone I prayed about the last couple weeks is still on my sheet of paper. Keep praying for him. I would like to add Muhammad Kamal's mom. A lot of you I seen put out prayers. Ask before I ask us to blow his phone up. Keep those prayers going for his mom and everyone else that we talk about. But moms are special no matter how you look at it. Birthdays today, I don't have a clue. As you seen earlier, I was on a slingshot, it's called. And I went to go get the old haircut. And Florida right now has got tornado warnings, big 60-mile-an-hour gust of winds. I love it. You can see my buskies bouncing all over the place. And it's fun. But I wrote some things down the other day, what Ash said that caught my attention. The internet has a lot of ugly. Big reason why he got into doing all this kind of stuff. The internet's got a lot of ugly, and that's one of the things that we want to change, and that is to verify and holding people accountable so they can't prey on your children or you or anyone else they want to prey on. So I do like that he brought that up again. It's like oxygen and water. It's like oxygen and water. Okay, that's it. He's talking about AI. Whether you want to believe it, or you do believe it, or you don't believe it, or you know a little bit about it, artificial intelligence is in everything now. No one's really mastered it. We all use it for little things. Machine learning, it's going to save lives. It's going to make things easier. It'll improve just about everything in this world with our help. We have to put, for instance, a map. We're going to have to put in the directions or a map, let's say, of the United States. All right. What it does is it connects into the world and it starts learning. I can look up back scratchers, my favorite thing to talk about. All right. And I'll get a bunch of stuff pulled out. Imagine AI, you put it into AI. It's going to find you every single back scratcher that's known to man, and it's going to bring it right to you. All right, that's what AI does. Now we got to put. Everyone always goes, "Oh, AI is going to take over the world." Ash said that 2 weeks ago. No, we're not. That's not the AI that we're messing with. We're messing with stuff that not messing. Bad word to use. Our AI is to help things, help people, help products. Everything we offer is strictly to help. That's it. Period. Better, better, better. Faster, faster, faster. Cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. All right, 3 things that I like. I think everyone. I just went out and got my hair cut. We went and looked at things. I'm looking at gas prices, but everything just seems to go up, up, up. And here's my biggest thing with ONPASSIVE. I don't think you're gonna have to worry here. And I'm saying soon. When I say soon this time, I mean very soon. My opinion. Ash gave us some big heads up about what's going to happen, and I call that very soon. Imagine your life, what it's going to be like where you don't have to worry about gas prices, where you don't have to worry about, let's see, I got $20. I need to get to work. Should I put $17 in my tank and maybe $3 for lunch? That's just a terrible way to live, and I know people live like that. Right now, people are living like that. Gas or food, go to work, not get any money. It's sad. Life has put us in a bad corner. All right? Life has put us in a bad corner, and there was nothing else to get out of it unless you work like crazy man here, 130 hours a week, and that's not crazy. I'm sorry. When I hear people working 3-4 jobs, that's dedication, and that's crazy. I know they do what they had to do, but man, I don't think anyone should have to work 3 jobs or 4 jobs or even 2 jobs. All right. To go out there and know that you got young kids and you spend 90% of your time or 95% of your time with doing your job so you can support your kids and your house, whatever it is. I mean, it's something we got backed into a corner. Think about it. All right. ONPASSIVE is going to take you out of that corner. And the things that he said, I mean, I was really excited what he was saying. I didn't expect him to come on. It was a goofy day. He came on, and I think he blew us all away. He was fun. He was funny. That tells me a lot. Now, if Ash Mafara came on, and he was crabby, and you could see he's worried. He didn't look worried. All right? And all the people that come on here, I don't care. And naysayers, I don't care if you come on my channel. There's nothing that you could say that's ever going to convince me that ONPASSIVE bad because it's the greatest company in the world. Led by a guy who I can't wait to when this all happens. And all you people that said bad things about him, you're going to swallow your pride, your tongue, whatever you got to do. That's what I'm waiting for. To see people that's never had a chance at anything become something, make something of themselves, and to watch Ash Mafara get praises instead of what he has to go through on a daily basis. All right. I see someone mention the SEC. I don't even think about that. I know what he did was right. He knows it. His lawyers know it, and we got to stop worrying about that. Let them worry about that. You just worry about how you're going to spend the rest of your life. All right? How you're going to, that time in, look at this little toy I was riding around, it's called the Slingshot. Now, today's probably not the greatest day to ride one of these things because the wind's blowing 3,000 miles an hour, but it was fun. And you know, when we went driving, I don't know, 30, 40 miles to go get my hair cut. When I was driving that down the road, I was the passenger. I didn't have a worry in the world, man. I had the wind blowing through hit me in the face. I couldn't even feel my forehead. That wind was beating me so hard. But I didn't have a worry in the world. For 40 minutes, just cruising, I think like, ooh. I wasn't thinking about bad things. Hold on. Can I call you back, please? They said yes, I think. Put yourself in a place where you just don't think about things. Just imagine if you had never had to think about anything. This is what I got when I heard Ash talk the other day. I don't have to think about pain, money. I mean, that takes a lot of stress out of your life. Get rid of your anxieties. Anxiety kills you. A lot of people are anxious. Oh God, what if this don't happen? It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Let it go. It's easier said than done sometimes, but that's what it is. We all listen. When we got into this, no matter what time you got into it, we knew it wasn't going to happen right away. We knew there was things that had to be done and dealt with, and that's always going to be like that. But very soon, in the next whatever Ash said, couple weeks, you didn't give a date. He just was talking about it. Your life's going to change. How fast? I don't know. I think when people really find out what ONPASSIVE's about, what it's going to do for them, I think the masses are just going to come hoarding in, literally. Why? Because who the heck doesn't want to make extra money without going to work? All you individuals that have 3 jobs out there right now, and there's a lot of them, or 2 jobs, don't you think they're going to want to be a part of ONPASSIVE? Think about that. Nobody wants to work 2 jobs. But think about how many, I couldn't even tell you the percentage in this world how many people actually have to work 2 jobs. All right. 8 billion people. I got to imagine there's a few numbers in there we could take out that do that. Boom. Okay. Let's just be hypothetical. Let me be Michael Williams, the numbers guy here, even though I can't do numbers. There's 8 billion people in the world. Let's just say 100 million of them are working 2 jobs or 3 jobs. Guess where they're coming? To ONPASSIVE. All right, now let's go to another 500 million people who have a job, but it doesn't pay them squat. There's no insurance, and maybe make 10, 12 bucks an hour. Where do you think they're going to come? To ONPASSIVE. All right. What about the individual who has to work nonstop because they have someone sick in their family? They got to take care of somebody. Or they have a son or a daughter that want to succeed in life, and maybe they have an ailment that won't allow them to work or education, anything. Where do you think those people are going to come? ONPASSIVE. For the education, for the money, for the hope. Ash just talked about this. I think we've all talked about this. ONPASSIVE has brought hope back for people. It's brought hope back for people. And if you don't think that, it has, because what he said yesterday should have got you really excited. But I just look at it. If I didn't have ONPASSIVE in my life, honestly, I think my life would be pretty boring right now. Just talking about something that's bringing hope to the world. I don't think he would have done all this just to fail. And as the naysayers say, I don't see him in jail. Ain't no one knocking on my door to arrest me. I get that one too. You're going to be arrested. You're going to be arrested. For what? For doing the right thing? I've learned, and you know, I'm a Bible thumper. I like reading the Bible. And I'm not offending anybody when I talk about the Bible. 400 years they walked Moses, got these people out of Egypt, walked up, seen all kind of miracles, flames, getting fed with little loaves of bread, little couple fish, waking up to manna all over the place. Miracle after miracle after miracle these people saw. But yet they still went the other way, even though they witnessed all this. And then you had to come back and refresh them, you know? And a lot of it is the reason why we keep doing lives. Because one day the wrong person gets under your skin, you're like, I don't believe it's ever going to happen. And we're gonna come in and say it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. When it does, you won't think this. Look, at someone's in your life right now that's gonna tell you you're nuts. Nope, it ain't gonna happen. Why are you wasting your time? I'm gonna tell you in a couple weeks. You can show them why you wasted your time. All right, not to stick it in their face. You believed in something. Those people don't really believe in anything that get into these that see you do these other things. Why would you go through your whole life thinking, okay, I'm going to get one job, doesn't pay well, never really going to be excited? Everything that you get in new in your life whether it be a business, a new church, like me down here, I'm having a blast with it. It's exciting. If you're one of those people that just like, staying on that real narrow path and you don't want to go to the right or to the left, that's okay. That's okay. But I'm on a path that's got many avenues. And you know what? They all do U-turns and they come back to me. My time and my freedom. Me cruising 80 miles an hour down I-95 in a slingshot where the wind's blowing so hard that I can't even feel my forehead. Didn't even let me think. Boy, it felt good not to think. All right? And I say this in a weird way. When I say I don't want you to think, I'm saying I don't want you to think about the pressures in life, the stress, the things that give you the anxiety. Let that stuff go. And I'm going to tell you, money can't buy everything or buy happiness, but it sure helps a hell of a lot out. True story there. Whether you've had money or you haven't had money. I've been up and down that road a few times. Okay? Just know that it's coming to help change your life. That's the greatest thing about it. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to come on here and preach to you something the same every day, but I'm telling you, it's here. It's coming. It's here. The people that are putting these beautiful pictures out, thank you, ONPASSIVE. I know what's coming. You really know what's coming because I want to see you standing on those beaches under those palm trees. Or better yet, building a whole city where there was none, where people are starving and kids don't have education. Oof. I'd really love that. But I want to see you on a surfboard. I want to see you climbing Mount Everest. I want to see you do all the things that you always wanted to do. There's your answer. 32 years. I know I can't afford to do all the things I wanted to do after I retired. With ONPASSIVE, I know that is going to happen. All right. That's how you got to think about it. We all know, every one of us see a big house. I see people sharing these beautiful homes on the ocean front. They're probably $20 billion. And you know in the back of your head, man, it's sure nice to dream, but I know I'm not going to be able to afford it. Change that. Start telling yourself I can afford it. All right. You deserve it. Why do you think you don't deserve it? Everyone deserves a great life because you only get one shot at it. It's each individual that puts us in we make our own lives. We make our own happiness. We make our own miseries. Change that. Change that. We're going to do so good that people are going to notice us. We're going to help so many people that people are going to notice us. And it's just going to keep getting better and better. So hang on tight. I say a little longer. We all got our little predictions. I don't predict nothing. But I just say this. You are in a great place. And if you weren't on ONPASSIVE, guess what you'd be doing? You'd be chasing another MLM thing down and buying more products and filling your garage. And the old lady yelling at you because she can't get her car in the garage because you got a bunch of stuff in your garage you can't sell. I don't have no data in my garage. I don't have O Connect in my garage, but I do have it online. It doesn't get in my way. It's real nice. Think about that. It's time to empty your garage and open it up for a bigger dream, nicer car. The airport's calling you. Florida beaches are calling you. Hawaii beaches are calling you. Get off your ass and stop feeling sorry for yourself, number one. Push yourself for excitement. You all worked your buns off for a job. Why can't you work as hard on your own personal life than you do for your boss or your job? Go out there and do something, man. Do something. It doesn't have to cost money. Right now, just get ready for fun. Fun brings love. Love brings happiness. Happiness brings joy. Joy brings the whole world smiling together. Don't worry about the politics in this world. It ain't going to do you no good. Don't care who you vote for. You can vote for whoever you want. I don't care. Pay attention to ONPASSIVE. Right now, that is everything that's going on in your life. That's the most important thing you're going to see because it will change your life. Marty DeGarmo, welcome back. Back to you. Sorry.
Well, it seems like you did okay. And the crisis that I had turned out, I might as well say what happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Okay.
listening.
All right, everybody. I was telling you about this unbelievable business, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the chat here, whoever can see it. I put the title of the video I made. Watch that video. It explains everything in detail. Um, we have issues with our grandchildren. All of them need special things. They have emotional problems because of their mom and dad. It's pretty crazy. So it's non-ending. So the school calls. Now Jaden is the boy, second oldest, 6'1", 12 years old. He has issues. So the school calls and said Jaden was late for gym and just walked out of the class, walked out of the school. So they have a police officer at the school, and they got in a car. They called the Mount Holly police, and they're looking for him everywhere. They call us. Dawn, because she's overwhelmed already, starts crying. I'm on here, so I'm trying to go because it's. That's why I tell you when people say, "Oh, you got no, we got issues. We all have issues. It's not just broke. We don't. We have crazy stuff." Anyway, so the cop comes. One pulls out front. Did he come back here? No, he's not here. Oh, great. So Dawn wants to go look for him with Alexis. She gets in the car. They're going to go look for. I wouldn't let her go at first because she's so upset. I said, "No, you're not going like that. You're going to wind up killing yourself." Patty wrote something back. Um, so the principal called. Everybody's called. Well, then Dawn goes out in the car and she gets a phone call from the school. Well, supposedly, gym class is on the other side of the field. Jaden had walked out of the school to go to gym class because he already knew where gym was. So they couldn't call the gym teacher to see if he was there. So finally they go out to the second field and there's Jaden in gym. He's fine.
God is good.
Yeah, life is good. And by the way, I want to tell you something. If you don't know it, God has a sense of humor.
Don't say it. Don't say it, DeGarmo.
But anyway, all is good. So we went from this roller coaster that we're on every day anyway, and it turned out okay. So I feel better. I'm glad I could come back on and say, boom. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. You done, Chris?
Oh, I think I'm done. I'm spilled out, ready for
All
tomorrow.
right. And like I said, anybody watching this, if you're not in, you got to do it.
Yeah,
You got to come look.
put some
Just
hope back
look.
in your life.
I want it for people. This is what I wanted my whole adult life. I wanted everyone to win. Anyway, love you all. Is there anything going on today? Webinars?
Today's Thursday. I don't know. Someone's got something going on Thursday. Check it out.
Go look in the back office. It should be there. Love you all. Love Astro.
This isn't our normal time.
Don't forget. Yeah, we'll be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Don't forget to pray for Muhammad Kamal's mother.
I got him.
Ask that. So, and Robin, and there's a lot of people. You know that. The more people,
You missed all my prayers.
This is like 4 or 5 of the craziest months I ever saw. All the bad stuff, the crazy stuff, but it'll get better. It's only temporary. Anyway, see you all, and thank you very much.